What does the quarterback class look like now coming out of the combine, do you think, in the draft, Daniel?
I think teams are all over the map in terms of the order. I think there's some, I thought Desmond Ridder really helped himself. I thought that Malik Willis was what we thought. He's got a huge arm. We'll get a chance to see him move around and run. You'll see how athletic he is once he gets to his pro day, which he's off the charts there. But still a project. And I thought Kenny Pickett, to me, entered as the top guy and had a really solid workout. That's kind of who he is. And I think you could, if you miss out on these veterans, I would think Kenny Pickett would kind of be the guy that you could hope could come in and play right away. The rest of this group, I think you're probably looking more of a developmental route. So they're going. Some of them, at least one of them, maybe two or three, will find their way into the first round. They'll force their way in there, Rich. But I don't think we see one go in the top 10 this year. I really don't.
So then who goes and gets them, right? Like, who goes and drafts these guys? Now that we know Rodgers is staying put, Russell Wilson is the we have no interest, is what Pete Carroll said, in trading them. Washington Commanders are apparently going YOLO, knocking on everybody's door, trying to see if they can get anybody, and the Seahawks reportedly rebuffed them. So you also think Kyler Murray's going nowhere too, right? That's your opinion on that?
Correct. I think the big name veterans are staying put, except for the whole situation with Deshaun Watson. How that plays out is to be determined. But I think this is going to cause teams to. I think you might even have mentioned it on the show yesterday, Rich, that like guys like Mitchell Trubisky, they love the fact that the carousel has not started spinning, because now there's simply more seats than options available, which is going to really help his market. Yeah, right. So,
okay. So what do you think then? What's your best guess? And again, we'll have you back on and won't hold you to it. Your best guess who, when it's all said and done, they're like, you know what, we're not going to go in the free agent market for Trubisky. We're not going to go try and acquire somebody coming off of surgery like Garoppolo or Winston, through free agency. I mean, who do you think does go? Certainly the Colts are in a fascinating position. We had Frank Reich sitting there, and it didn't sound like Wentz is going back there after he left the booth with us, Daniel. So who do you think in the draft is going to maybe use a first rounder and say, this is worth the risk right now? What do you think?
Well, I think the team that's fascinating to me is the team that's picking there at the very bottom of the first round. They're also picking with the second pick in the first round. That's the Detroit Lions. Like, this feels like a draft to me where it's we can use our high seconds to try and get back up into the first, or in the Lions' case, they happen to already have the 32nd overall pick. They get their cornerstone key player with their first selection. They come back and take a flyer on a Malik Willis or Desmond Ridder or somebody like that at the bottom, or at the top, or the bottom of the first round for them. And then some of these other teams that might be in the market, maybe they try and slide back into the back of one